Well, thank you again for, fencing those goods for us, Mr. Krabs. Really appreciate it. Yark, 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 yark. For you, little me boy, anything. Eh, Speaking of which, all that fencing, all that looting, and dragging all that equipment out here, well, it was no easy task. Mind if I sleep here a bit? Oh, well, I'd be careful of that, actually. There's a bit of a weirdo who likes to come around here at midnight. Really? Who? I don't know. You just have to see for yourself. Oh, well, thanks for the heads up. Hmm. Where's my camping supplies? Another beautiful day in Varnfell, eh, Frostrel? Yeah, I know, right? Would be a beautiful day to retire, huh, Leo? Silly Frostrel, don't you know?
Searching for special tool. My prices are
Welcome, friend. You're nearly a legend around here. Please, talk.
Well met.
Go ahead.
Speak.
I feel as though I
I've been searching for a worthy scallywag to embark on a great journey to collect what I have lost so long ago. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, pal, who in Azura's name are you? I mean, yeah, like seriously, you just pop out of the water and you're not even going to introduce yourself first?
Yar, me apologies. They named me, Sinksman, greatest pirates of the Sea of Ghosts. Or was I? You see, I have made a great voyage around Vardenfell, sinking 10 vessels in total. Yar.
Wait a minute, what's with all that yarring all over the place? It kind of seems excessive, don't it?
Yar? Oh, yeah, it is law of the sea to yar before and after each speech. Yar.
Alright, so what's your story then?
Yar, the great tragedy soon befell shortly after we massacre across the sea. A mighty hurricane of cliff racers pecked me crew to death before we could ever claim our prize. Yar.
Well, that doesn't exactly explain what's going on here. Like, why are you here?
Yar, and now my spirit is bound to wander yon sea in search of one brave or foolish enough to take the plunge to recover me lost booty. Yar.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I am somewhat of a master magician and the Nerevarine reincarnates. Perhaps you've heard of me. I have a few titles. And also not to brag, I am the master of House Lalu, member of the Thieves Guild, Fighters Guild, Mages Guild. I mean,
Yar, is that so? Very well. Then let me help ye out. Take me, old maps. You'll need them for ye great voyage. Yar.
Alright, future me here, and first of all, happy Halloween. Second of all, I do want to apologize for the audio. It is a bit choppy, mostly because Twitch decided to disagree with me, like it usually does with a certain Oddworld game. But anyways, happy Halloween. This video will definitely come up by the end of Halloween, at night, and will actually probably be seen by November, the 1st of November. So by the time you're seeing this, it'll be a bit late, but hey, it's up. So anyways, onto the map. So of course, the first area we're going to is right past Flaw Ode, and on the physical map there's actually X's placed around the entire island, like a whole 10 X's, and this first one is actually not a sunken ship. However, every other X is actually a sunken ship, which is interesting. In fact, this first location seems to be a bit of a callback to, say, Part 10 of Retirement Optional, and is actually good for a different form of treasure other than just sunken treasure from, say, a ship. But anyways, I do think that is enough ranting. I do believe it will be better for current me to show you.
alright, and we've arrived here in Ode. You know, do have a bit of a quest here, don't we? Well, yeah, that's right. We could collect from one of those people who owe our guild. Yeah, though, I feel like we're on a bit of a more important mission. I mean, we're doing a bit of treasure hunting. Yes, indeed. So perhaps it can wait. Now, it shows just from Halal, we would cross past this Daedric ruin. I mean, yeah. He was trying to destroy ships and loot them before the tragedy. So perhaps there's actually a bit of a wreckage inside the ruins. We could check it out. We could. We do have ourselves a way to succeed too. Yes, so when our water walk wears off, we'll actually be able to dive down and just like this. Alright, so we're going to have to look around, make sure we're examining everything. There are Dre in here, so do you want to be careful? They seem pretty smooth. They don't seem like they want to come after us. Yeah, they seem pretty distracted, so we'll use that to our advantage. Try to excavate this place a bit better. Perhaps there wasn't much. Yeah, perhaps this was just one of those mist marks. That would suck. We did already do the quest to this place had. Yeah. Or is there stupid Dre trying to kill us? That's fine. Now there's a very large section over here. Perhaps there could be something held. Though it looks like there's not very much out here. Getting some good training and all. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Only thing wrong here is we were pretty much lied to. There is no real treasure down here. Perhaps we'll have to have a word with Volsting's many ships. If we cannot cure him of his curse. Well, let's go ahead and make our way to the next place, I suppose. We can check the map, see if there's anywhere else we can go. There are 10 ships we need to loot, and apparently more Dre than we can slaughter. Yes, let's move on to the next area, shall we?
Alright, that was the first area down. Of course, all we really did was just investigate the place. However, this is going to be the general gist. I go and check some area, get the loot, if any, and whatever was valuable at least, and then of course call back to the captain's quarters, and we're going to talk about the next area. And of course, this next area on the next part of the map is actually quite close to home, over in Seda Ni, which of course is the very starting area of the game, and it's just south on an island I've never checked out because, lo and behold, Morrowind has some immense fog, and if you're not looking at this map, you would never know that just beyond that fog is actually some sunken treasure just off in the distance. And of course this ship is kind of lackluster, which is understandable since, you know, it is right next to the beginning of the game. They wouldn't want to place a full suit of Daedric armor within like 3 seconds of the beginning area. However, it does have a key that may be useful for looting a certain area, though I'm not sure. I would check the UESP first. I think it might actually have the key to the warehouse, or at least a spare key. Or maybe a key somewhere else. I'm not too sure. Perhaps you would have to see for yourself. Anyway.
It's been forever since we marched foot into this old town. Yeah, seems like humble beginnings. Oh, Fargoth, how much we missed your antics. Sorry about stealing your stuff at least. But hey, he already forgives us. I mean, it's not like he really owes much. Yeah, true. Wouldn't want to tell him though. Now, the way well, in fact, we can jump over this gate we used to not be able to go through, and now we're stuck on it. That sucks. But, of course, being a magician, we learned a few tricks to hold up our sleeves. Yeah. Satan seems so much further below us now. I mean, metaphorically and literally, since we can just fly above them. But south of here, apparently, the whole time, there's an island. Yes, and oddly enough, a shipwreck, and, oh, would you look at that, the map was correct. Yeah, so there is a shipwreck. At least a few that are being marked with X's. Interesting that the first X was the Shrine of Boethia. I guess rebuilding the shrine, though, probably helped, like, reclaim the treasure there, the lost treasure there. But here, yes, here is going to be different. Alright, so we're here in the upper deck. Oh, slaughterfish. Not bad, though. Okay, there's floating barrels, ingredients. Not much to really write home about. But of course, each one of these places is supposed to hold treasure. So we are in search of something. We're just unsure of what specifically. Perhaps just any valuables? You know, it would make sense. Really, ooh, a worn imperial key. That's some treasure. Wonder if that could go to anything. Oh, a water potion. Well, that would surely have some value. probably proved useful to this guy, but you know, probably couldn't get it in time if there was a pirate attacking. Ooh, through. Now, down on the lower levels, not very likely to have very much slaughterfish, so want to be careful still. On my eggs. We're shipping food in here. I mean, it makes sense, they would want to eat. So it seems like the only real treasure down here was the key all along. Yeah, the Horn Imperial key. Wonder where it goes. Wonder if this was a Census Nexus ship. Would make sense. So perhaps the key would actually go there. So every ship has its captain's quarters, as well as a slew of slaughterfish. I mean, seriously, look at this. Wow. That was a lot. Alright, let's go up here to shipwreck. Captain's quarters. Oh, it seems like there's not very much of anything here. There's some sort of cushion. Basket of stool. Well, this first ship was a bust. Well, I guess we can try out the key later. And we could always see where it goes. Should also have some exterior knowledge we could ever use. Some good old fourth wall breaking, I see. Now, we do have more treasure to look. Although, we do have this boat here. Ooh. Yeah, perhaps this is part of it. Though, to be fair, this could be just some random... Oh, moonsucker? Yeah, well, if it was a pirate ship, or pirate's rowboat, then perhaps we would want to find where Singsmany ship crashed. To be fair, Singsmany ships could have really crashed all the way there and where the Shrine of Boethiah was. But of course, we're getting carried away. Yes, we got more ships to look for. On to the next vessel.
And on to the next area, we have ourselves a ship that would appear to be in the very center of Lake Maya, which, of course, if you do not know, is actually more inland and closed off than you would think. In fact, I'm not sure if there's actually any slough that connects to Lake Maya in the first place, which is very interesting that there would be a ship locked inside, but of course, considering what we're going to be doing, and in hindsight, it's possible that the ship was used for slave trading, considering that Lake Maya is in fact attached to Suran, and as you can see on the map, well, there's a plantation right there, and well, that plantation is very close to our treasure. We're going to pass by it, and well, if you've known how Liel acts in plantations, this is going to only end badly for the owners, greatly for the slaves, the captives, but poorly for the fellow Halalus who decided to be on the wrong side, and yeah, things get bloody. And of course the audio doesn't line up, but hey, it is what it is. And without further ado, we're just going to move on into it.
Well, we made it here at Lake Maya. So, the scenery... Yeah, the scenery is not the best right here in Arville Plantation. I thought we freed everyone in the Drin Plantation. Yeah, that was in Drin Plantation, though. Here in Arville, we still got them. I wonder if there's anyone in here with an actual key. Yeah, I highly doubt it, though. If we could find whoever the master is, and we could probably take him down. Well, we may as well stick back to our mission here. I mean, we do have a few ships to check out. Of course. And there's apparently one sunken ship out here in the middle of Lake Amaya. Of course, which we really want to check out and, just see if it's still there, get some loot off it if possible. Which, I guess the real question is, how the heck would a ship have been sunk by a pirate from the sea down to an inland body like a Maya? It just doesn't make any sense. Strange, though. I mean, he did say these were old maps, so they could be a bit out of date as well. Alright, so now that we're finally submerging, we just have to cut our way through some sluggerfish and make our way below deck and... Oh, there's bones down here. Yeah, that makes me a little uneasy. I can see why my eagle liar wouldn't like seeing the dead. Yes, it gives me the creeps as well. Wait, there's raw ebony in here? Can we even carry raw ebony? Yeah, apparently we can. A little bit. We can probably make that into something special, especially at the main base. We got a chest here though, so perhaps we can use our security skills. There we go. Get some gold. Yes, good old loot. Now, time to search around in here and... steel shield. Not going to carry that. Nor that claymore. Yeah, this is poor booty. But hey, checking the place out, getting whatever's actually valuable and worth taking, that's the whole spirit of booty collecting. Now, looks like we got a jar. Another potion of water breathing. Another one. Well, looks like they should have used those. Yeah, perhaps they should have. Though it probably wasn't the only option they really had. It probably wasn't the best option either. Yes, I mean, if there were pirates attacking, what would you do? Just go out there and get attacked? Yeah, it seems like a pretty poor option. Either just stay in and drown, or you go out and, well, get shot. Yeah, cannons are not fun to deal with. Though we do have some booty. Thank goodness for that. Oh, and there's a desk in here. Too bad it's empty. An empty vial. I wonder what this vial had in it before. Yes. We're gonna take that because it looks pretty fun to have. Would definitely make for some good decoration. Indeed it will. Now, aside from this one barrel right here, and this... What bit is a slaughterfish? Okay, well there's also a bottle. Beg your pardon, why can't we activate this bottle? I'm not able to mess with it. Wait a minute. Is this bottle like... This bottle seems solid. I mean, it's also rocking back and forth. We're standing on a bottle! What kind of sorcery is this? Some crazy magic. Now anyways, we do have many more ships to check out, so that was that ship. Let's head on to the next area.
Alright, and we're starting to loop right on back to where we started with this video, over back where Mr. Krabs is. For as you can see, this next part is actually just south of Miznach, which is actually the Dwemer Ruins right next to the Mud Crab Merchant, which is, of course, Mr. Krabs, as we like to call him. And of course, it's just past Old Sotha, which I don't think I've rated that Daedric Ruins yet, but that Daedric Shrine right there is actually where you can find the 10-pace boots, which is actually a legendary artifact, much like the Boots of Blinding Speed, both being boots that our protagonist Leo Raz cannot wear because, of course, the Dunmer people are racist against us beast folk and wouldn't allow us any footwear we can actually wear. So, of course, we just have leg wear, and that's the closest we got. But of course, rant aside, you're probably wondering why I don't have the little character sprites showing which voice is going off, and honestly, to be blunt and truthful, I'm already doing a lot of editing here, and I've already spent 2 days compiling the music and, well, the captain's quarters. I don't have enough time for that, and of course Halloween is only a few hours left, so yeah. Well, anyways, without further ado, let's head to Miznach.
Alright, and this next area seems to be very close to Mr. Krabs over here, so yeah, we decided to spend him a little visit. Seems like our ghostly friend is gone, and we're pretty bad at hidden cliff racers. However, it seems like just south of this Dwemer Ruins is apparently where a sunken ship is. Ooh, that was a good jump shot. Wonder if he's pulling a fit. Oh, never mind. Stand corrected. Okay, so the wreckage is here. Now to just check it out. No. Yeah, time to swim on in and loot us another ship. But we do have cliff racers to deal with here. There he is. Alright. Now to go on in. Let's check out the captain's quarters first. Locked chest. Loading barrel, ingredients. Well, these locked chests usually have some good loot in them. Yeah, it could be gold. Could be a bunch of potions. I mean, seriously, look at this. Who would need all these potions? I mean, seriously, this is just overkill, excessive overkill. Well, we could definitely use with some of these. Yes, indeed. Oh, probably not all of them. Yeah, in fact, not even most of them. Yeah, they're not very useful, are they? Anyways, down to the low deck. Down here in the deserted shipwreck. I like how it's called deserted shipwreck. All of these shipwrecks are deserted. I know, right? I mean, there's basic ingredients. I mean, these shipwrecks seem to be basically nothing. More raw ebony, though. That's something. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's really the biggest part is the shipments of raw ebony. Perhaps that's really the sunken treasure we really need to collect the most to lift the curse. Really just searching these crates probably lifting the curse. True. Because now that we're actually plundering, yeah, we're just taking what's valuable and leaving what is absolute crap. But it's still looting the ships up to as much as we need, and oh, there we go. Yeah, at first I thought we were stuck. Yeah, that would have been very screwy. We're just stuck in a ship. Even if we could breathe underwater still. Fate I would not want to have to go through. Yeah, bullseye. Well, anyways, on to the next ship. Shall we?
Oh boy, looks like we're starting to head into Telvanni territory. Isn't that frightening? More specifically, just south of Wolverine Hall, which is not very far from Divithfir's Tower, if I remember correctly, either. So, really, it's between a Mad Wizard and Fort of Angry Telvanni, which is not quite a rock and a hard place, but still interesting location for a ship to crash and burn, though I'm honestly not surprised it would crash and burn. And of course, this ship took a while to find because, of course, I had to actually trek across different land masses just to find it, because out in Telvanni land, there is just island after island after island. It's an archipelago and a graveyard, honestly. And there's also mad tribalists that hang out there, which, isn't fun, but of course, it can be fun for Leo Ross. It's just extra target practice, really. And of course, it took a while to make our way over there, but hey, we managed to find it. But of course, that is past me, current me, in the context of this video, and really I'm just sitting here rambling, so current me, please show.
Alright, and we've arrived here in Wolverine Hall, and we come here because, of course, just south of here is the next area, so of course, we may as well just walk through here, Yes, as we're passing through. Of course, we want to use our parkour to try and get as high up as possible. Looks like we have located the ship. We have only flew all the way over here from that shrine. Took a while, but hey, we finally found it. Now this is a good place to drop on off, to fall on top of the place, and well, let's ensure our success in this looting. Alright, so now we're here in the shipwreck. Next one in line. Let's see if this place has anything unique. It seems like there's an air pocket over here. Barrel with absolutely nothing useful in it. Yeah, I mean, we have scrib jelly, but that's just an insult to Jeffrey. Yeah, I mean, there's lichen. That's pretty common. Empty bottle, skull. This place always has something. Yeah, some potions. Yeah, that's old one standard. Not very good loot, especially for our level. Yeah. Looks like we got some slaughterfish that just won't really do much, looks like. Oh well. Oh, the moon shoulder. We'll need that. Here's the boat. We can't hurt these slugfish. Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess we just need to be in the right spot. Right spot at the right time. It seems like this place is just a moon sugar smuggling operation. Yeah, not very interesting. But hey, we looted it. Or at least the first half. Now for the captain's quarters. Yeah. Always the more fun part, you know. Shorter, it's more sweet. Yeah, especially, I'm sorry, what? Paper skewer. Well, that seems like some loot to go home about. I mean, seriously. Of course, I just got some basic bottles of Sujama. Yes, Sujama isn't bad. Got a nice spear though. That's definitely something to put on the wall. Let's make sure we get out of the water and we'll kill the Dre. Why not? Alright, well anyways, that's that cleared up. Got a few more ships to get looted, so we may as well get a move on.
Now this next ship right here. Let me tell you about this next ship right here. If Sinks Many Ships were in fact the character in this universe that would sink all these ships, this one right here would definitely be a feat of agility with how it is perched up. In fact, speaking of Sinks Many Ships, I made this song specifically for this video. The song that you're hearing in the background, I'm going to definitely release on Lil Frost Beats the song later in some sort of music video. In fact, I'm actually going to probably load up Sinks Many Ships and go on a rampage killing cliff racers just like Jib would intend. But anyways, that's for a later date. And the current date, this X right here on the map is actually kind of misleading because you would think it's out in the water when in reality it's not exactly out in the water. In fact, it's not even off of the island of the Sadrith Mora Island. In fact, it's just on the other side of the civilization side and is definitely perched up in a weird way, let me tell you. In fact, the ship itself is called Strange Ship or something like that, and it's definitely a strange ship, I can tell you that much. Like, the Nerevarine nails it on the head with the name. But anyways, current me, take it away.
Alright, so we've just got back to Wolverine Hall, back here in Sadrith Mora, because of course this next one is actually very close to Sadrith Mora. I mean, seriously, it's like right next to this whole main island. And I mean, I know this is Telvanni territory, but still, one thing that's always fascinated me is the fact that this island is technically only half populated. And there's apparently a whole other side over here that's more, well, wild. I mean, just look at this. All this land that could have been used. Instead, it goes to waste. What a shame. Yeah, really a shame. I mean, why would they want to have just a land full of lids? I mean, sure, it could be a good hunting ground, but still. What if some random decides to walk all the way out here and gets caught up by a Daedroth? Like, look at this. There's just a random Daedroth out here. Like, how you... Oh, he poisoned me. That's fine, we got slow regeneration. Yes, gotta love the perks of being rich. We don't even need our hats if we wanted to. As you can see, we just slowly regain health. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Although, having the hat is nice too. Indeed, indeed. Some good quick regeneration. And would you look at that? We don't even need to go and dive down. Yeah, like, look at this. We got cliff racers surrounding this ship more than Dre. It's perked up. I mean, What did Sink's mini ship do to knock this one down? Yeah, strange shipwreck. I feel like Sink's mini ship blew this one out of the water. Literally. Yes, I would say. Pig children. Oh, that's a strange book to have. There seems to be a perfectly intact bedroll, rug. This was definitely a Telvanni ship flying. That's how some of those ships work. It makes sense now. There were Telvanni ships flying around, and Sink's mini ships, of course, shot some out of the sky. It all makes sense now. But hey, managed to get some of his booty. Yeah. He had booze in here. Yeah, we'll not tell him about the alcohol. Hopefully his spirit can go to rest without needing to know that there was alcohol we left behind. And of course, a water breathing potion that wouldn't have even proved useful. Skooma is nice though. Got rats down here. I beg your pardon. That's a lot of soul gems. Yeah, I mean, there's some good ingredients here too, I guess. Yeah. Though we don't really need the ingredients. Some good chests in the back though. Hey, I'll take the enchanted arrows. The steel flame scythe. I mean, we're just getting some good weapons today too. I mean, that's some nice stuff to put on a wall. Yeah, I'm glad we're going around looting these chests, because who else would loot all these shipwrecks? I know, right? Like, these are some pretty interesting locations. But anyways, we got more shipwrecks to look at, so let's get a move on, shall we?
Alright, so this shipwreck location right here is actually a bit more straightforward. Just right here, in between this Dunmary structure, I'm not going to fully pronounce it, Indimoron, that's what I'm going to call it. Just Indimoron and Sadrith Mora. Right in between there is this large landmass and a smaller landmass, and, well, the shipwreck is actually in between those landmasses. Let me say that out of any location, I would definitely rank this location, I'd rank it about an 8 out of 10. It's not a bad location for a good old shipwreck, let me tell you, and it was definitely a bit easier to find than the other shipwrecks. The land markers around the place are definitely a bit closer to the shipwreck, so you can actually pinpoint the location. Of course, not as easy as that Sadrith Mora one, like that was crazy, but this one, I mean, it's pretty average, but, you know, pretty good. Definitely up there. The Slaughterfish and Dre are a bit annoying, but definitely up there. Of course, the landmass is also containing that one Daedric shrine, which I don't exactly like, but, you know, the Daedric worshippers, they can be pretty chill, you know, especially as Zura worshippers, though that's a bit ahead of time. Anyways, Kermie, take it away.
Alright, and we've arrived here in Tel Mora. Kinda don't like being here knowing the crazy lady up there. Yeah, I know. I mean, I was the one at risk, but I get it. She was, in fact, kind of crazy. But alas, yeah, we do have to be here because there's actually another treasure that's over here, another sunken shipwreck just behind this island, which is very sneaky. Yes, sneaky, but not sneaky enough to hide from Leah Roz. Hehe. Yeah, because we got some tricks up our own sleeves. And of course, there is a Daedric shrine shown on the map. Yes, it's most likely still here too. It's gonna suck, but you know, it is what it is. just want to avoid the slaughterfish. Yeah, they're not laughing matter, it seems. Though if you remove the S, then yeah, they would be a bit of a laughter fish. Yeah. But anyways, we're just going to go ahead because right in front of us seems to be the ship we need. Alright, so what's the name of this old vessel? Lost Shipwreck. But hey, they're... You know, I like how all of the shipwrecks seem to have different names. I mean, Dark Spark Blade, yeah, that's not a good short blade to really have, not very notable. Yeah, not quite as good as the Dagger of Success, let me tell you. Of course, we got some barrels in here. Some splintered wood. Oh no, a slaughterfish? Yeah, we took him out, so it's not that bad. Another corpse in here, I swear, if he has a potion of water breathing. Okay, he doesn't, so... Some of these guys actually died through more notable means, and... Did you seriously just put this man's bone meal on that plate? I suppose I did. I didn't mean to. Kinda coincidental. Oh, that slaughterfish just tried to take a liver. Yeah, not very smart. And another potion of water breathing. I mean, it's good that they have those down here. You know, like if someone else came down here and said, used all this whole video as like a tutorial for where all the ships are. You know, it'd be nice for them to know that there were potions down here that could let you breathe for a little bit in all these different areas. Yeah, I suppose, though. Seems like this shipwreck wasn't all that important. Yeah, Lost Shipwreck was pretty dumb. But anyways, we're going to just go ahead and make a move on to the next ship, so...
Alright, and I know what you're thinking. Just like how Sadrith Mora Island had it, and Tel Mora Island seems to have the same thing, with the X being so close to land, it's probably inland, perched up on a rock spire. Well, not exactly, actually. This one is actually a bit different from that, but not that far from that island, actually. It was literally a hop skipping away from the island. I only had to cross like one river and dive down one little valley to get into it, and I mean, it's not a bad location, pretty close to the Ahumisu camp. Finally got that. Which, of course, it's been a while since we've actually visited it. I mean, shoot, we've like helped that wise woman get to that one Daedric shrine. Like, what? That was like part 16 of the Morrowind playthrough. Not even like a retirement optional. No, just basic Morrowind playthrough. God, that series was actually kind of cool. Definitely a good series to watch, though the audio in the first few episodes, it wasn't the best, you know. That's when I had my old mic, and yeah, it's definitely a lot crunchier than this mic, let me tell you. But anyways, that's enough rambling on. Kermie, why don't you show them where it's at?
Alright, and we've made it back here in Tel Mora, and it looks like the last place we need to go to is actually very close. Yeah, well, third to last. We still have 3 more ships, including this one. Yeah, we're getting there though. Seems like the next one is... Oh, girl needs to get attention. I mean, wait. You should go unless you want to catch it. Oh. Got a sickness. Seems like, that person should probably be left alone. Yeah, that would be for best. Although, got, seems to be another shipwreck right over here. Not that far from this town. Yes, it's just a little ways. We'll pass the slaughterfish and cliff racers. Swear, hurricane of cliff racers. Yeah. And just like that, we found the shipwreck. Let's go on in. Yeah. See what this place is called. Lonesome Shipwreck. It's almost lonesome. With a greater soldier. Ooh. And a flipped hammock. I wouldn't want to sleep in that. And at the bottom of the shipwreck, I wouldn't want to sleep in any hammock, let alone a flipped upside down one. Alright, let's go ahead and head down here. Oh, we got more slaughterfish. Hey, we got a chest. Ancient wooden chest. Well, it seems like a very interesting chest if it's named something other than wooden chest. Silver longsword, that would be useful if I were to fight vampires. Maybe even some werewolves. Werewolves! Roswell, have you ever seen a werewolf? I mean, maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I mean, it seems like such a foreign thing to see. Rarely see them. Boy, through here there's a Skyrim-like area where werewolves have been seen. The place was called Solstheim. Sounds like a terrible place. Or if you can take a boat there from the pool. Possibly. But anyways, it seems like that was a lonesome shipwreck. Not very productive, didn't have much in it, really. We got a Gray here that wants to fight some. Yeah, took him out. And of course we got that shipwreck done. Now we got two more, so without further ado, let's get through it.
Old Redania. Big Head. Oh, and of course Azura's Quest 2. Oh, don't worry, that was just me naming a few iconic pieces about this area. Though I will say it's a bit an elusive place. I swear, Sheogorath is just hard to navigate. Those little tiny rock spiders, they only show up on the physical map here. They do not show up on the game map, let me tell you. They just do not. Like, you actually have to basically look for the individual rock spires and try to figure out, like, looking on the local map helps you more than looking at the geological map. Like, oh wow, this place is rough. Though I will say, the locations surrounding it definitely bring back some memories. Old Redania, that's where we got the vampire ring. That was pretty cool. There's also the Big Head Shack, where we got the fork of ablation to stab that old neck, see if things taste good. And of course, just near that was actually a shack that old wise woman sitting in isolation, and we had to fight Stada, stole her signet ring, and we even got our own ring so we could summon her at will to collect her soul over and over again. Ugh, good times. Anyways, current me, show 'em where it's at.
Alright, and we've made it here by the Shanctus Shrine, which is very close to our location. The location we're trying to get to, at least. Of course, it's out in the graveyard of rock spires. I honestly can see how sink so many ships would have been able to easily sink such a ship. And not like you would have to do very much. I mean, surely we weren't led astray again, were we? We're not. Just as the map has shown us. Just out here. Yes, he was probably lured this ship all the way into these rocks, and it probably scraped up against so many that it eventually gave. And that seems like a very simple analogy. What most likely happened. Anyways, let's get our knife out and let's go ahead and dive on in, shall we? Alright, so this should be a more interesting ship. Obscure shipwreck. I mean, it is kind of obscure. Oh, it seems to have servant skulls in it. And there's a desk here with nothing in it. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, servant skulls are interesting to see though, because usually that's cold stuff. Yeah, so that would mean this place... Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, I wonder if there's Six House stuff down here. Oh, raw glass. A Dwemer cylinder, some Dwemer stuff, so they were smugglers. A locked crate? I beg your pardon, what? Okay, that's actually strange. We rarely see any locked crates, and why was there a crate locking us out of clothes? Like, again? 2 locked crates. Both of them were locking out clothes. Strange. Peculiar even. So if there were Dwemer artifacts, clothes behind locked chests, I wonder what kind of ship this was. Like, seems like quite an obscure shipwreck. Got a slaughterfish trying to nibble at us. Yeah, 100 gold though. There was barely any other booty in here. But hey, we looted it. And there seems to be one last shipwreck to deal with. It's actually quite close to the Ursulaku camp. Indeed, this should actually be quite the journey. Perhaps we should get a move on then, shall we? Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Alright. Saving the best for last. This here's the last location on the list. And right over here is actually a very iconic place for me because it's actually the first sunken ship I've seen on my first ever playthrough, my first ever legit playthrough at least. I remember walking down this little valley-way trying to make my way to the Ursulaku camp for the first time, and I saw that ship beached up on that shore, and oh, it was a good time. I spent like a good 3 minutes looting that place and looking around for a key or something before realizing, oh yeah, I'm trying to find the Ursulaku camp. How am I supposed to get there? Isn't that something? And yeah, only like years later did I actually look at the map and actually get the idea of this whole video by seeing this one X right in this one location where I saw that one sunken ship that one time, which was what got me invested in, well, making this video in the first place. And hang on, you guys notice something different with my spear? It seems a little crooked. Yeah, that spear, I swear it's probably nothing. Who knows? But anyways, last area. Current me, why don't you take it away?
Alright, and it looks like we have found ourselves the last shipwreck just down this little mountain here. So of course we're going to go ahead and unequip our levitation amulet here. It seems like I spotted ourselves a little dinosaur. Hehe. Nice little Clanfear thinking he's clever, trying to loot the ship before us. Show him who's boss. Oh, it seems like it's a very clever one. Seems to know how to duck and weave. Yeah, it's very annoying, too. But hey, we did it. took it out. Alright. Looks like we found ourselves the last shipwreck. It seems kind of beached, so we don't even need to breathe underwater. Ah. The derelict shipwreck. There's a 35% lock on it. Ain't that strange? Perhaps we should be careful, you know, just in case. A water breathing potion, ain't that something? A grand soul gem. Well, that's useful. Also has skooma. Ah, and some enchanted arrows. Well, already this is starting to seem like it was well worth it. Well worth the wait. Seems like we're saving the best for last. Let's see what's below deck. Skeleton. Well, that's a mix-up from a typical slaughterfish. We got barrels full of ingredients. As usual, though. Skeleton definitely swaps things up a good bit. More potions to water breathing. Seems like these ships would actually provide use for allowing you to breathe underwater at the very least. Seems like you would need it for this area. At least a few seconds just to fight slaughterfish off. I don't think I've ever seen an iron broadsword before. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Bone mold curse, not very useful. Wait a minute. Cabin key? We could have used that to unlock the cabin the whole time. Oh my, wow. Oh well. Seems like we found a key that we don't really need, but still. Nice to have. Well, anyways, seems like we've finally did it. We've looted all 10 ships that, well, all 10 spots that Sinks many ships had attacked many years ago. Strange that he would lie about that first ship. But oh well. We're going to go ahead and, I guess, check up with Mr. Krabs and see if maybe we've gotten this curse availed. Arr, Leo, me boy. Welcome back. What you doing here? Oh, well, we just went and completed the trial. Oh, so that's what happened. Well, now that you mention it, it was quite an interesting sight. You see, while you were gone, that weirdo sinks many ships. Well, he went and stood out in the water, and after a few seconds went by, a ghost ship appeared. Really? Yes, and he went aboard and said he would be off into the Shivering Isles, where he could live out the rest of his days as a pirate. Well, ain't that something? That's... Shivering Isles. Looks like his soul is free. With the old skooma cat. Hehe. And it looks like our job here is done. Soul rescued. And what do we get from it? Well, we got some booty. And a couple of Jeffreys to pet. Hehe. And of course... Wait, Liel. We could just simply go on. Liel, another adventure. I swear.